Hey there, everyone. That sexy nerd is back again, and happy Halloween, everybody! And we're here now with your girl tunes. First, we are doing Ed the Monster. I am a monster! I mean, we've already done both of these episodes with another guy, but your girl's pretty funny, so I'm gonna do her as well. And then after this, we're doing Dead Meat, because you know I was doing that Predator one. And again, watch my reaction to that movie. So, yeah, really not much to say, because we already watched these episodes, but let's hear your girl Tune's opinion. So, please, smash that like button if you want to see more sexy and nerdy content, and subscribe if you think I deserve it. And remember, sign up for my Patreon for all my latest reactions to all my latest videos. Superman said so. I love how Eddie's smiling the whole time.
Ever wonder what happens when a gentle giant crashes out on everyone? We start the episode off with Eddie counting his coin and once again scamming the kids of the cul-de-sac. The scam this time is a silent film entitled The Hunt for Eddosaurus. I swear, if given the chance, Eddie would have grown up to be a YouTube crypto scammer. If not that, he would have been a hustler guru on how to get rich quick. Now that I think about it, Eddie was the
what the hell?
hustler and most definitely taught a few who were watching him while growing up. While the Ed's Bad Tubi movie is playing, the kids are uninterested in the film and start a food fight. Double D, clutching his pearls, begs
what the
Eddie
hell?
to intervene and stop his unbalanced behavior, but Eddie, for everything about the green, not only encourages the brawl, but he's making hella coin from it. Just as the fight continues, Big Ed stomps in front of the projector,
Big Ed!
hugging them, you, and me, like we personally did something to him. Ed looks like he's ready to jump somebody. His eyes are blazing with try me energy.
Try me, bitch.
Try me, bitch.
Everybody the penance stare. He rounds them all up and puts them on
I love the penance stare.
So Sarah, as little demonic sister from hell, attempts to flip out on him. And any OG Ed and Eddie fans know when Sarah starts crashing out, nobody except for Jimmy is safe from her wrath. But fortunately, Sarah chose the right day and is about to fuck around and find out. She storms up to Ed, poking at his chest, talking about, "This is my house. I live here too." Ed, with a deadly calm glare, stares at Sarah and yells,
"So move!"
I'm so used to giving, and now I get to receive.
Even though I know that clip and that girl was a selfish brat.
Ed's voice when he said, "So move," resonates with
So move!
Cause Sarah gets away with too much and needed a beating.
Oh yeah.
She actually might be up there with Tanya from Everybody Hates Chris as the
She's worse than Tanya.
Sarah for the first time looks shook and terrified that her big brother might actually put a belt to ass on her neck.
Should've.
Ed, for once in his life,
Super
puts her in
satisfying.
her place, basically saying, "I am not the one or the two or the three." Her immediately backing down tells me so much that the only reason Sarah gets away with anything is because Ed lets her. And it also doesn't help that his parents favor Sarah more than him.
Yes.
So anyway, Sarah, the spawn of Satan, starts backing away and gets out of there. Ed, not saying a word, leaves heading towards the playground. He sits on a tree stump, soaking until Double D and Eddie pull up. Double D tries the gentle parenting approach while Eddie is just roasting him.
Hey, Double D, is that a lump on a log?
Yeah. What did you say, nigga?
Eddie is so pissed off, he picks up the stump from the ground, turns it the other way to avoid looking at his friends. Eddie, not reading the room, taunts and yells at Ed, only for him to clamp his entire hand over Eddie's mouth and launch him into a tree.
That shit hurting.
Yes, it did.
More patient and rational Ed boy tries to be nice and talk to Ed, placing a hand on his shoulder. First things first, if someone is in a bad mood, I strongly believe they don't want to be touched. Because look at how Ed is heavily side-eyeing Double D's hand. If that's not worse, Double D then proceeds to hug him. And with the swiftness, Ed pushes him aside and threatens him.
Touch me again and I will squash you!
But hey, at least he gave a warning.
Yeah. Double D is the nicest person on the show. Why do you think he gave him a warning? One warning. Just one.
As if the alarm bells weren't ringing any louder, Ed is clawing away at the tree stump with his nails
Oh my God.
and fingers.
So
How
scary.
His skin and nails aren't peeling off and bleeding is beyond me. With murderous intent rolling off him in waves, Ed turns around and glares at his friends. Realizing that hanging around Eddie
God of War
is
music.
a one-way ticket to an early grave, Double D and Eddie wisely retreat back to Ed's moldy, rat-infested bedroom. Their mission is to find something, anything to cheer up their friend. But before I go any
Pudding
further,
skin.
why is Ed's room a walking biohazard zone? I bet
Because his parents don't give a shit. That's why. His parents don't even love him. His dad is like, not now, I just got home from work.
To you, there is an entire rodent civilization that is thriving in his bed somewhere. What's even more disgusting is Eddie picking up an expired,
God.
moldy sandwich from Ed's pillow. Ain't no way. There is no way. My mom has sent me to the heavenly beast,
Yes,
and I
same
dare
here.
keep my room in these conditions. They return to Ed, only to see Kevin throwing a baseball at Ed's dome, and Eddie, being a real friend, joins the festivities.
Friend.
Ed
Oh.
snatches Eddie by the shirt, swings
Yeah.
him like a Louisville slugger, and knocks Kevin clean into next week. Eddie and Double D try several different methods in cheering up Ed, each one less successful and more brutal than the last. Eddie tries to cheer up Ed by reading him one of his favorite comics, but Ed violently closes the comic into Eddie's head, literally turning it into a comic strip.
Yeah, that was
Double D,
funny.
bless his heart, cooks Ed a turkey, only for him to force feed it down Double D's
Yeah.
throat.
I mean,
Put on a puppet show before Ed pulls the string, nearly burning them alive. With one last attempt, Eddie dresses up as a chicken, only to get bodied and sent 6 feet into the ground. You would think Ed's destructive and homicidal behavior can't get any worse than this, right?
nope.
Honey, you've got a big storm coming.
Yes, you
Eddie's
do.
patience has finally dropped to zero, and he is so done with Ed. Eddie then marches back up to Ed and smacks him upside his head.
Yeah,
There
that
are
was
3
why,
things all
Eddie.
wise men fear: the sea and storm, a night with no moon, and the anger of a gentle man. Ed
Gentle
has
giant.
officially entered crash out mode and rips his Anthony Davis
Yeah, what the-
unibrow in two. Do you not understand how dangerous Ed is right now? Him snapping his unibrow is the equivalent of Rock Lee taking off his weights. He releases a roar that pierces
Trouble!
Double D fainting on
Whoa, what the hell
and
was
Eddie's
that?
clothes coming off him. He tears the stump from the ground and goes on a destructive rampage in the playground. He yeets the stump and with his bare teeth devours the slide and is chewing it like it's bubblegum and spits it out. There's no way. Ed is basically a mini Hulk at this point.
Yes.
We might need to call the Avengers for this one.
I don't know. Even probably the Hulk from the MCU would probably struggle against Ed. It would be a battle for the ages.
Anger has now reached a boiling point. Ed destroys everything around him. It's on sight. And Plank is sent flying, hitting Ed on top of his dome. I have never in my life been more afraid for a piece of wood, because what Ed does next is beyond disturbing.
Yeah, I love that
Ed
episode.
grabs Plank, lifts him high like he's offering a sacrifice, and bends his knee. Bro was about to bane the piece of wood.
It's a lot of Batman references.
The sentient 2x4 apparently sends a telepathic SOS to Johnny, who rushes in and yanks off Ed's shoe. And we're going to discover why
God.
Ed was such in a bad mood. Turns out the source of Ed's Hulk level rage was a pebble.
Yeah,
A
what?
pebble? You're telling me this boy went full Super Saiyan Broly over a pebble? I know you're fucking lying. You're telling me Ed acted out of character due to a pebble in his shoe. And just like that, Ed's anger
Right back.
vanishes, and he's back to his normal, cheerful, and blissful self. And you know, seeing that big, dumb grin honestly warms my heart. That's the Ed we all know and love. Blissfully stupid, dangerously strong, and weirdly wholesome. It's really mind-boggling to me that a pebble made him act this way. Imagine next time it's not a pebble but a Lego. Ed wasn't even using 1% of his
the hell?
power, and with the Toon Force,
the fuck was
he could
that?
clap anyone in his way. If you thought Ed crashing out was a horrifying sight to see, what will you do when he acts like a monster?
Oh, this is my favorite episode of the entire show. I always say that. Yes. I am a monster. They should have done. You should have done this entire episode in black and white, you girl. Yeah, you should have done that in black and white.
So the episode kicks off like every other Ed and Eddie episode. Eddie pulling off his latest scam. This time it's a carnival. My thing with Eddie, where is he getting the budget for this? Man's entire business model is scam to get rich, yet every scam fails. So where is he getting the supplies from? Anyway, Eddie's busy playing whack-a-mole with Ed and getting mad every time he misses. Meanwhile, Ed's zoned out, mesmerized by a giant backdrop of a monster. Now, anyone who's ever watched this show knows Ed got the attention span of a goldfish. Something about that monster painting calls to him. Next thing you know, he's sprinting over, thrusting his head to the backdrop, and starts acting like a monster because he is. No, seriously, Ed says it himself.
I am just a monster in a boy's body.
Ed jumps Ed for ruining his carnival and latest scam, but Double D, being big brain, suggests that a real-life monster would lure customers in and give them all their coin. You know what? Actually, I would like to retract my statement about Double D being big brain because what you'll witness next
is all his fault.
He kept that idea to himself.
All his fault.
Ed's head over to Double D's crib, where our boy Genius decides to whip up a monster costume for Ed, complete with a shiny helmet. And honestly, it's giving Victor Frankenstein and his monster, and we all know how that ended. Multiple somebodies that got clapped. The second Double D straps that helmet onto Ed's head is when he sealed the fate for everybody in the cul-de-sac.
They would have all died.
Way to grab a mirror. Ed's vision slowly turns red, and his breathing becomes heavier as he imagines life as a monster. I wonder if this is how Michael Myers felt when he put on the clown mask before killing his sister Judith.
Possibly. It's probably how he does all the time.
A monstrous scream and viciously attacks Eddie,
Serves
him
wrath
up with ease and bursting out of the garage.
You got knocked the fuck out!
Yeah!
When Double D returns, he sees that Ed has completely wrecked the joint. He then has the nerve to blame Eddie for not being more cautious about Ed's over-imagination.
It was your fault!
Please, 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 don't piss me off. Were you not the one who recommended this plan? Plus, out of everyone, you of all people should know how Ed's imagination can get the...
To be fair, though, the only reason why he's never been this extreme before, so it's technically new territory for Double D.
Eddie clocking Double D places the blame on him for making the costume and encouraging this behavior. Then out of nowhere, a scream splits the air.
Oh, God.
The scream is Jimmy's. Oh, shit. Ed has found his first victim. Just like how he pieced up Eddie, he bodied Jimmy all over the playground. Is that saliva?
Yes!
Oh, gosh. Did Ed eat Jimmy? Ed has completely dissociated himself. He really believes himself a monster.
Yes!
The other kids tries to warn them because they heard Jimmy's screams earlier. Only for Eddie, forever thinking about the green, stops him, figuring this is a perfect time for a scam. Bruh,
well, how?
It doesn't matter if there's rain, hail, or snow. There could be a Category 5 hurricane, and
he'll try to scam people.
Eddie's gonna find a way to make that bread. Honestly, we gotta respect his hustling. While the other kids are searching for Jimmy, they decide they're Scooby-Doo and split up the search better? Whoa, splitting up in a horror scenario? What could possibly go wrong?
Well, it works for Scooby-Doo.
Playing stumble across a box of Chunky Puffs and of course eats them? Bro, do you even know where that's been, who touched it, or if someone did something to it?
You were in a landfill! And he's like, and Johnny's like, yo, I'm gonna eat the shit out of these Chunky Puffs. What? Yeah, I mean, again, it really lends credence to the theory that they're all dead because, how are you surviving all this shit?
Next thing you know, a tentacle wraps around
It's
Johnny
a tail.
like a snake and snatches him away. They notice Plink without a Johnny, and then out of nowhere, a rain of drool comes down on them. The trio looks up and screams at what they see. They take off running, dipping to Kevin's house and barricading the door with every household item they could find, including the refrigerator.
Yeah.
Just when they think they're safe, Ed shoves a tentacle right through Kevin's door and snatches him up. Roach and Nas, screaming bloody murder, slams right into Double D and Ed. The four collapse into a heap just as the monster arrives.
What's really good? Yeah. Yes. Yes.
I don't think I can even call him Ed anymore. With the way he's moving, he's catching bodies left and right. Thinking fast, Double D digs into Rope's pocket and pulls out a chicken, sacrificing the future Popeye special.
They're not gonna eat it.
Escape to the treehouse. Everyone else is panicking except for Eddie, who's too hyped about the chaos to care. Rope's mid-mental breakdown tries to sacrifice Naz while the monster is circling around them.
Escucha las palabras de las brujas, los secretos escondidos en la noche. Los antiguos dioses invocamos ahora la obra de la magia oculta.
Okay, calm down.
The entire mess is his fault because it is. Volunteers himself as tribute. Naz, starstruck by his bravery, awards him with a kiss.
Yeah.
Double D is pulling every girl in the cast.
Yeah,
Stop
seriously.
Playing with him. Just before he can, Edzilla begins slamming his head against the tree.
No, come on. You missed the best part. Just Eddie just staring at him like, holy shit, what the hell have I been doing?
Playing with him. Just before he can, Edzilla begins slamming his head against the tree. The poorly built tree crumbles and falls to the ground. Double D asks Rolf if he's good. Rolf says, yeah, I'm the son of a shepherd.
And then bye.
Please ask Rob's family and livestock to remember the son of a shepherd. Oh, shit.
Oh, come on. I would have gone with, how do I say goodbye to yesterday? No,
Anyone can recover. Edzilla leaves the wreckage, kidnapping Naz. We switch to Ed's room, which is now his secret monster lair. Edzilla then decides to vomit on Naz and chew on Chunky Puffs and sticks her to the wall alongside the other kids and the chicken from earlier. What in the alien xenomorph is going on here? Not Edzilla taking inspiration from the xenomorphs.
Yeah.
Eddie and Double.
And it's not even a joke. It's not even a joke. The original concept, the original deleted scene, one of the people in the original movie, original Alien movie, one of the guys, the guy who got that whole flamethrower kidnapping thing, he was actually stuck to a wall and everything looked like chewed up Chunky Puffs. Watch the shit on YouTube. It's not even funny.
They sneak into the lair. The kids are screaming for help and Double D is ready to assist, but of course Eddie is scheming. He says, oh, I'll let you down at the price of 50 cents a pop. You know, Eddie, you always wonder why the kids of the cul-de-sac don't fuck with you.
You always say that.
Why. And while I admire your grind to get that coin, there is a time and a place for capitalism. Realizing Edzilla is right behind him and nearly bites his head off.
He wants the skin off my bones, Double D!
Finally realizing this isn't a game and is no longer laughing. Turns out being on the receiving end of Edzilla's wrath is slightly less fun than mocking him from a safe distance. Double D has had enough and
who would have known?
Heartfelt verbal thrashing to snap Ed back to reality. But Edzilla, he is not moved. He's a monster. He does not care about petty sentimental human speeches. Double D and Eddie are trapped in no way out. How will they defeat the monster that has taken over their friend?
A bunch of bullshit, that's why.
It's for someone to match Edzilla's freak, and that person is none other than Sarah, who yanks off the mask, bringing Ed back to his senses, all because she thought Ed was throwing a party without her. Ed instantly reverts to his usual goofy, dopey self, smiling like nothing happened. Now wait a damn minute. Isn't this eerily similar to the whole Pebble?
Yeah, it is.
That's actually terrifying. Bro went sicko mode, and this time he didn't even have a rock in his shoe.
This happened before.
Including the Kanker sisters, would have been bodied. Power scale Ed and Eddie characters, because that was ridiculous.
I don't know about that. I honestly don't know about that. There's a reason why the Kanker sisters didn't show up there. I think they would have eventually brought him back to his senses too.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, is the story of the wrath of a gentle
Ed.
giant.
Yeah, so absolutely insane. I love it. Honestly, I liked hers better than the other ones that I did. Yeah, both the amalgamation. It's great because it is a horror themed episode. Both of those are pretty scary scenarios. The first one is not technically a horror scenario, but the monster thing. It's my favorite episode for a reason. There's a lot of ripoffs for it. There's Jaws, Alien, and countless other monster movies that can be referenced to that. It's crazy, and I love it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'm getting on to Killer of Killers. Please smash that like button if you want to see more sexy and nerdy content, and subscribe if you think I deserve it. And remember, sign up for my Patreon for all my latest reactions to all my latest videos. And I'll see you on the next episode.